Hey everybody, it's Neil and I want to show you guys what I have here. I have this. This is a automatic rail that I was planning on putting over here, but I'm actually going to end up putting it in another room. And you can see it is expandable. So right now it's at 70 something inches, and then you just unscrew this little screw right here. I'll show you guys how it works. And then it says loosen the screw and adjust the length. So then it'll go nice and long, so you can make it really long. It'll go probably the whole stretch of everything here if I wanted it to. So you're golden on that standpoint there. I'm going to close it up for a second here just because I'm going to be putting it in the other room that's smaller. And so in it, and here you have this is the motor is in here, and so this is going to turn, and what that's going to do in turn is move these back and forth. And then these are the little rails that the curtain will hang from. And then on the bottom is a little battery, which you can rotate off and charge, or put it back on there. Doing it with one hand holding up. There we go. So there we go. And so now it is connected. And it comes with a remote that'll control two. And so I can push one, so that'll be controlling one. And then if I push if I push it, is it going? Oh, now it's closing. And I think if I push this one here, you can see it's opening here. So that's going to be pulling the curtains open. Oop. So that's what it'll do to pull the curtains open and closed, and then it gets to the end and it stops. And you can set it at different 75%, 50%, whatever. And so this is kind of how it will go, and it'll hang up on there, and it'll be great because it's basically all consolidated into one. The battery will probably last 6 months or so, and you can have it up there with all your curtains hanging from there. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about hooking it up and everything too. So right now you can see I have it comes with different types of rails. So if you want to hook it up onto the ceiling, you can screw these little mounts here onto it. Like it kind of goes into the little top here and twists, and then it kind of does that, and you can just screw them up into the ceiling, so it'll be mounted flush up with the ceiling or with the inset of that. I have a roller blade in there right now, so that's why I can't put this one in there. Or you can have one of those ones where it's got the little L that sticks out. It didn't come with those, it came with these. But if it came with the L, you would just screw this into the L, and then it would be sticking out, so that'll keep it away from the wall. So that would give you, so you have your different flexibility of mounting. So you can mount it either flush up with there, or just sticking away from the wall. So you've got two different types of mounting. And it comes with enough screws to mount everything and then some. And also the remote, you can see the remote is here, and it's a cool looking remote, and it can control two different devices. So you can set it for your different ones here. Like this would be the 25, 50, 75% open, and then just open and close fully, and then you can open it to anywhere and hit the pause button as well. Got this little mount here for the wall, so you can just stick it in there, sit it on the wall, and you can have it so you don't lose the remote. Keep it up there. So you've got all that. And then you've got these little clips here. So if you've got, depending on your type of curtains that you're going to be hooking it up to, let me just get out a couple of these. So the rail, as it opens and closes, this will move, and then it'll drag these little pieces along with it. Oops. That's the other thing it has, is if you start to do it manually, it'll do it. It'll finish it, all the rest for you. But then you can put these little pieces in here, and they will clip in. You see I just clipped that one in, and then you've got the little hooks, so you can hook up your traditional curtain hooks in there. Like those big old rings, that's not for this one here. These are for the ones that have those little metal clips that have the little clip on it. So that's what these are for. So that's why another reason why I can't show it right now too, is the only drapes I have right now, those big huge grommet loops, and those are more for going over a rail. But you get the idea. And so they'll connect up into here, and they'll clip over it and clip on, and these will be dragged across as it goes, because the main one will be connected up to here. So how cool is that? And you start to move it a little bit, and then it finishes it for you. So how sweet is that? So this will be a nice little railing, and it'll connect up there. And it comes with, as well, it comes with the charging cord for it. So if you want to ever charge it, what's great is you just unscrew like that little battery pack, like I said, and then it's got the little thing in the bottom, and you can just charge it and then screw it back in again. So, which is great, because some of the old ones, I used to have some in my old house, and the only way to charge them was to actually run a wire all the way up into it. And so depending on where your outlets are, it could be super inconvenient, which was my problem. So this is great that the battery here, and I guess if for some reason if something ever happened to the battery, you have the ability to switch it out as well. But if you wanted to just leave it plugged in, you could just run the wire right from there and keep it plugged in. So you got so much flexibility with these. These are awesome. Is there anything else I need to tell you? I don't know. It's just super easy. I mean, you see, you can install this thing in, I mean, if you have the hooks that you're just replacing another one, it'll take you 10 minutes to install this. I mean, it's super easy. And mine came connected already, so the remote didn't even need to do anything. But if you did want to connect a remote to it, if for some reason it wasn't working or whatever, you can see there's a little button somewhere on here. Let me put the battery on. I'll show you guys here in a second. It's hard to do while I'm holding up. Okay, you see there's the little button right there, and you can hold that in for a few seconds. If I just push it once, it runs it. But if you hold it in for a few seconds, it'll light up, and then you can connect to it with your little remote. We're just going to push the button on the back of the remote to set it. So super easy to set as well. So you've got all the different functionality, and this is a great little rod. It's not that heavy, so you'll be able to hook it up to anything. I mean, it'll probably hold some good heavy drapes, and it'll be expandable. I could expand it the whole length here of both my windows, and it would still fit, or I could keep it nice and narrow for the length of one. So this is super neat, and I like it. Thumbs up from me.